layman bent on your destruction can also be difficult. Here we're showing that sometimes changing the angle of the body, that you can change the way the opponent would be able to throw you down. And we're showing here, just by changing the body angle here, puts his momentum off. Now what we're doing is we've moved to, he's grabbing both legs. Before it was single, now he's grabbing both legs. Utilizing the arm movement along with the evasive step. This time we're stepping back and arcing with the opposite foot. Step back, arc with the opposite foot. Hooking and bringing him around, and then performing a claw to the face. As I said before, this tape is for martial artists and people in our school, so we're not so much concerned with trying to tell you what to do when you get in the position. This is footwork for entering, and this time I'm going down with him to show that you can go down for a hold down and apply a number of different types of chokes or arm bars or wrist compressions or fingers. Now what we're doing, he's coming in and performing a throw. And now we're going to deal with defensive foot throw by pulling the face back. Pull the face back under the chin with the chin rip. Now we're doing the movement slow so that you can see exactly what we're doing. As many times people have said on the previous tapes that sometimes I move so fast they can't actually see what I'm doing. That's why we try to put a lot of slow motion in the other tapes. But this tape, we don't have so much slow motion as we have just moving so that you can see the person's point of unbalancedness. So we're moving kind of slow on purpose to be able to show you what's going on and how we relate to the movement. This time we're stepping in and changing our hip position, which changes his hip position and gives us the ability to throw him down. See how when he comes in to put the hip, by me changing and moving forward, by changing my hips, I put him in a position of disadvantage. Here we're stepping out and harmonizing with him, and then we just do a ankle scoop. This could be a kick to the leg, powerful kick to the leg, or ankle, or Achilles tendon. But we're just doing it slow to show you how we change. Now we're putting a particular technique that we're going to work on later dealing with the ear. Now I'm pushing the hips forward. So it's changed. We've shown different ways of changing his hip position and my hip position to put the person in a disadvantage. Now what we're doing is stepping out, pulling the person down this way, which is a little different from what we did earlier. Not a lot different, but a little different. It changed, the energy changed. So what I've done is change the energy to be able to move with the person, change their hips. Now, of course, this is accompanied by many strikes so that the person is tenderized into being more cooperative when you go to throw the person down. This time, we're pushing the small of the back. And in pushing the small of the back, we push his hips out of alignment, which gives us the ability to then push the person down. Now, when a person is down, of course, you can kick them, punch them, or you can leave. In a martial arts situation, more than one person, a kick would accompany this person's downing. Now we're just showing a little bit from the back, the chin rip. He comes under, we go over, and we rip the chin. The same movement that we did on the other side, just wanted to see it from the rear. Changing the hips, turning the body, step, change the hips, and turn the body. We're not trying to knock him down with a punch or anything like that. I'm just trying to show how me turning my body and changing my hips brings this person down. Now this will, of course, be done more vigorously and more violently. And in doing that, the person would actually be shot down to the ground where they would injure themselves. And then, of course, it would be accompanied by many of our classic hand maneuvers, that would tenderize the person up. And that could be boxing movements or any other type of martial art hitting movements and kicking movements. Knees, elbows, headbutt, muscle grabs, all types of accompanying movements that would help us to make this person go down. Now we're just showing, for reasons of the earlier part of the tape, the basic hold down, what you can utilize to deal with escaping that. We're not going to do so much dealing with ground grappling. What we're doing here is pushing the nerve right at the base of the ear. We gain room, the person's head up because he's dug in. We go right under the ear with the thumb and push just to get room. Now you can go there to an arm bar. You can get up. Many different things you can do. And we're just showing this basically because there was the basic hold down in the earlier part of the tape. Our next tape will deal with the ground grappling per se in the advanced series. This isn't a tape on how to grapple. This is a defense tape. We are assuming that you're contending against someone who knows how to grapple and you have some grappling skill. So we're not going to spend time teaching you how to grapple. Our grappling methods are contained within our school curriculum. And we're not going to put those on tape just yet. We're going to wait a little while and then come out with those other advanced how-to grapple tapes. And since we're there, we do another hold down just to show a different position for utilizing this nerve technique right below the ear. It'll give you a bit of air to be able to roll your hips, to move the person out of their position, because it's very painful. Now this, although we're just pressing, would be shot vigorously into that nerve. You want to punch that nerve with your thumb. And the person will move. The head will move up and out just long enough to be able to punch, to be able to do some other movement, or move the person where you can turn your hips. Because you want to change the person's hip structure so that they're not holding you down and have their weight into your body and have good position where you can't get up. You just want to change their hip structure, because once their hip structure is changed, then you can roll over. And then you would perform whatever grappling movements that would be part of what you do in your curriculum, your style, or whatever method you use. Here, we're going right into the collarbone, right by the socket in the middle of the chest there, right into that nerve. If you don't know what this nerve is, you play around with the collarbone enough, you'll find out exactly where it is. It's enough just to raise the person's hips so you can turn, or you can pull the person out of position by the techniques. When I'm utilizing, sometimes I use the index finger, sometimes I use the two middle fingers. According to position, you can use it if you're on top,